Welcome to episode 7, where we're going to do maintenance by the book. This book is in Dutch because that's my native language, but you can get them in pretty much any language on Amazon or all sorts of places. On the first page is a diagram of what I think is the best, most comprehensible way to lay out an entire maintenance schedule in just one page, telling you what and when to do maintenance and where it is located in one go. Since we're going to do big maintenance, we'll skip the inspection bits and go straight to the replace parts, and stick to the X's on the replaceable column. The first thing to replace is the engine oil, so we go to illustration 28. We start draining the oil. While we're here, we're going to replace the filter, which is number 30. Quick lubing of the rubber seal ring on the new filter and put it on. Don't turn it on too tight. Now we can go to number 29 and put in the new oil. Manual says 6.5 liters or 7 quarts. When it comes to what oil to use, opinions vary a lot, and oil has also changed a lot over the years. As a general rule for old tractors, 5W40 up to 15W40 will work great. Next up is number 31 and 32, the hydraulic filter, which we're going to combine with changing the hydraulic fluid on numbers 67 and 68. We'll start with draining the fluid and then change the filter. This is something we've already done in episode 3. Be prepared to have several buckets ready for this one because it's a lot. It's 45.5 liters or 48 quart. I'm using 80W90 gear oil, but you can also use hydraulic fluid. Now we can get back to number 32 and change the hydraulic filter. We're going to refill the hydraulic oil. It's expensive and not something you do often, maybe once every 7 to 10 years or so, depending on use. Alright, that'll do. Next on the list is the air filter, which is number 51. April 87. Next on the replace list is fuel filters number 60 to 64. First, we close off the fuel, then drain the filter. Needless to say, it needed this new filter pretty bad. It's very important to remove the old seal in the fuel filter housing, or you will be having a leak. Now that we've fitted the filter, we can open up fuel and bleed out the air. Now we're going to change the transmission oil, which is number 65 and 66. We start with draining the oil, which should contain 12 liters or 13 quart. We have to fill it using 80W90 gear oil. So we open up the check port and fill it until it flows out.
Of course I forgot my bucket.
The power steering filter and fluid is number 70 and 71, which was changed in episode 2 with rebuilding the power steering pump. I'm using ATF as fluid. Kom eens kijken, joh. Ja? Had de papa vol met rode vloeistof gestoken of niet? Eens kijken. Vol met rode vloeistof gestoken of niet?
Je hebt rode vloed gestoken.
Oké, rode vloeistof. Ik kan hem maar wat dicht doen dan. Dan moet papa dat binnenkort starten. En dan moeten we dat nog eens bijhouden. The last filter to replace, the cabin air filter number 74. $19.84. Yep, these are due for replacement, alright. Since it was so dirty in there, I've decided I'm going to clean this roof section up. I got a new fuel cap while I was at it. The last item on the replace list, the coolant at number 76. We're now done with the replace column and we'll be moving over to the adjust column. Adjusting the brakes is number 37 to 40. It's very important when driving on the road, as heavy braking when you're not synced up can result in landing in a ditch. First up, we put a block of wood under the pedal. I then lift one wheel off the ground and then adjust the brake on that side just at the point of resistance. The left is good now. Now I do the same thing with the right wheel. So, Mr. Inspection. That good enough? Mr. Inspector? Yep. This isn't in a manual, but I'm going to adjust the clutch pedal because it really needs it. The last thing on the maintenance list is to adjust the valve clearance on number 55 to 56. This is probably the most difficult thing to do on this list because you need a feeler gauges and a new gasket to do it. First, we have to set it on top dead center. We can use the viewing port on the bottom to do it. There, we're on zero. The valve clearance should be 0.016 millimeters for the inlet and 0.018 millimeters for the outlet. We can now adjust cylinder number 1's in and outlet, cylinders 2 outlet, and cylinder 3's inlet. Setting the valves is a little different on these. You don't have a set screw, it's just very tight. You need to put some force on the adjustment bolts. Now we have to turn the engine over one time and do the remaining valves. We're done with the big maintenance. And with that, we're going to end the episode here. See you next time on Camper Homestead. I seem to be having an audience. Why, hello there, audience. Now, where were we?